Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Tiara Madamayanti. I'm from University of Muhammadiyah Tangerang and I'm from 4B2 class. Here I want a presentation about my research, and the title of my research is Analysis of 4th Semester Students Body Language of University of Muhammadiyah Tangerang. Background of study. The first is academic speaking. The second is body language. The third is body language affects personal interaction. The fourth is different organs and action of body language. The fifth is how to project positive body language. Okay. The first is academic speaking. Academic is used to describe things that relate to the work done in schools, college, and universities, especially work which involves studying and reasoning rather than practical or technical skills. Speaking. Speaking is one of the most Speaking is the one of the important parts in English skills that should be mastered by students besides reading, writing, and listening. The function of speaking skill are to express an idea, someone feeling, thought, and it expressed spontaneously by orally. Speaking is one of the language art of thought as communication, interaction with someone, and it is very difficult to master it. Speaking skill is have a closely relationship with listening skill. In speaking act, the students must be listening and then speak up, because speaking is not only remembering and memorizing the sentence in written, but speaking is spontaneous to show the students idea by orally. According to Chaney, speaking is the process of building and sharing meaning through the use of verbal and non-verbal symbols in a variety of contexts. Speaking is a crucial part of second language learning and teaching. Academic speaking is designed toward an educational and diverse from everybody conversational and transactional speaking, and in that it is often used for formal academic presentations and participation in seminars or conferences. The second is body language. Body language is a form of nonverbal communication which consists of body posture, gestures, facial expressions, and eye movement. Humans send and interpret such signals almost entirely subconsciously. Body language may provide clues as to the attitude or state of mind of a person. For example, it may indicate aggression, attentiveness, boredom, relaxed state, pleasure, amusement, and intoxication, among many other cues. Body language is an important medium for people to communicate by means of posture, gestures, facial expressions, eye contact, which people use to show their emotions and attitudes, to exchange information, to indicate their purpose. The third is body language affects personal interaction. Body language has a effect on all of your personal interactions, no matter where or with whom they occur. There is simply no way to fully separate nonverbal communication to words that are not true. The majority of people show some sort of conflict between verbal communication and nonverbal communication when they are attempting to deceive someone else, because body language is such an innate part of communication that you have to make a concerted effort to use it in a way that goes against one's natural tendencies. As receivers, we all take in verbal communication and body language, covering them to help to determine if the message sender is being truthful or deceitful. Parents do this a great deal when interacting with their children because children typically are not very good at hiding conflicts between their words and their body language. It is generally quite easy to spot when a child is not being truthful, and it's almost always due to the child's non-verbal communication. Different situation of day-to-day life style always affects language and body language. People use aggressive language in anger, and accordingly their body language gets changed. Similarly, when a person is in good mood, automatically smile comes over lips while talking and movement of body becomes friendly. The fourth is different organs and action of body language. Body language signals may have a goal other than communication, but people who keep this in mind. Observers limit the weight they place on nonverbal cues. Signalers clarify their signals to indicate the biological origin of their actions. It is used especially to express feeling. For instance, if we do not like someone, it is often difficult to say that directly to the personal. However, we can make it clear either intentionally or unintentionally through body language. The fifth is how to project positive body language. The first is have an open posture, be relaxed, but don't slouch, sit or stand upright and place your hands by your sides. The second is avoid standing with your hands on your hips as this will make you appear larger, which can communicate aggression or a desire to dominate. The third is use a firm handshake, but don't get carried away. You don't want it to become awkward or worse, painful for the other person. If it does, you'll likely come across as rude or aggressive. The fourth is maintain good eye contact. Try to hold the other person's gaze for a few seconds at a time. This will show her that you're sincere and engaged, but avoid turning it into a staring match. And the fifth is avoid touching your face. Research method. According to American sociologist Earl Robert Debye, research is a systematic inquiry to describe, explain, predict, and control the observed phenomenon. Research involves inductive and deductive methods. Inductive research methods are used to analyze an observed event. But in this research, my research method can be based on a video sample of my own friend named Zikra Asri Ashifa, where in academic speaking, my friend presented with her own material title, and the title is Flu or Influenza for 9 minutes 10 seconds. She presented in class 4B2. From the video I analyzed her body language. From this research I include theories related to body language. The time of research given more or less during 1 month. Then I analyze and whether her this, whether the sample meets the theory that I can or doesn't fulfill. Research result. In my opinion, her body is good with the theory of Richard E. Potter and Larry A. Semafo in intercultural communication. A reader body language is the process of exchanging thoughts and ideas with the delivery of message in the form of gestures, facial expressions, eye gaze, touch, artifact or symbol use, silence, time, sound, and posture and body movement. Body language is a language that is spoken by our body, can be done consciously or controlled, can also be done unconsciously or uncontrolled. Body language is done consciously can and easily manipulated. Adjust to what was said. Why I say that my sample is good? Because the message conveyed can be understood and I can understand about her material. She conveyed in accordance with the was moving, an example of the movement of her hand when explaining. Although in my opinion, she is not sure or not optimal in conveying her message, thought body language is less than the maximum, so it looks less confident. But from all that, I understand what she conveys and the message that the conveys through body language makes me understand. Okay, conclusion. Conclusion. Body language speaks about the mental attitude and the physical fitness as well as physical ability of the person. It gives better understanding of people and their intention. It develops a better report than a long conversation or debate. Body language reading is of immense importance for adaptive social behavior and nonverbal communication. In this ability constitutes a central component of social competence. Okay, thank you for your attention and goodbye.